Feel great. Things couldn't be going better. I'm just ready I'm ready to get in there, but I'm also enjoying this week a lot. Getting to interact with a lot of great people, great media. I'm enjoying this fight week a lot more than I've ever probably enjoyed a fight week before. Normally, fight week is like hell on earth, but I feel good.
Even with the controversy of the judges?
Yeah, I was never worried about it. Honestly, we wanted to get it straightened out. But me personally, I was preparing to fight the whole time. There was never going to be a time that I stepped out. My team did a great job getting the judge thing arranged the way it needed to be. So I'm happy with that. And it's just another great thing that's come about since we've been out here, and another piece of the puzzle put into place.
How does it feel to be in Tim Tszyu's gym, surrounded by all the posters on fight week? You're in your opponents.
It's pretty cool. It's honestly, it's not just Tim Tszyu's gym. It's the family gym. It's a piece of history. It's where Costa trained, and it's really cool, man. It's really cool. I grew up watching that era of boxing a lot, Costa's era. So, there's no pride on my part that I have to come over here and be in this gym, because I think it's pretty cool.
Is there much pressure on you, Joey, into this fight, knowing that a big win against Tim Tszyu, broadcast live in America on a Saturday night, Amazon Prime, it could really propel you and your career? So does that make you nervous at all? Is there any extra pressure on you?
Yeah, like I said, people ask me about Tim Tszyu's pressure, or the pressure that he's under. And I said, there's always pressure, but it's about what you do with it, right? It's about how you take it, how you respond to it. And so to answer your question, of course, there's always pressure every fight. There's so much on the line when you get in the ring, but I'm handling it very well, and I feel great. So.
Do you think Tim Tszyu's chin's been tested in the last fight, and how do you think he'll handle your power in this fight?
Every fight's different, and even people with iron chins, you see throughout boxing history, if you get hit the right way, you can go down. So I'm definitely not counting on, his chin being weaker. I'm counting on him being, able to take lots of shots and happen to break them down the right way.
How do you think your power stacks up to Bakhram Murtazaliev?
I don't know, because I've never been in the ring with Bakhram, so I'm not sure how my power stacks up. I know I can hit, I know I can crack, and I know I'm accurate with my punches. And I know accuracy a lot of times and timing is what creates knockouts. And I know I'm a great power puncher. I'm gonna hit him, so we'll see what happens.
Tim made a comment that you won't need the judges.
Yeah.
Do you share a similar sentiment?
No, and he doesn't even believe that. Maybe he does. I don't take much from it, because at the end of the day, when I saw that, I felt like it was just some. I feel like he's trying to psych himself up. We're getting close to the fight now, but I just smile and laugh. That's it.
I believe the term he used was a demolition.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said.
He said demolition?
Demolition.
I think he said, or maybe it wasn't him, but he said some things like that when he was going in against Bakhram too. So it doesn't make any difference to me.
He's mentioned that he might come out straight away and fight the same way as he did last time. Do you think that's talk? What do you make of that? That he said he might make this a firefight from the first round?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Whatever he wants to do, we're ready for. It doesn't matter. We've spent the whole camp preparing for lots of different versions of Tim that can come. So we're focused. I'm focused. I'm ready. Whatever he comes out and does, he's going to see that I've got answers for, and we're going to let the fight play out. We're going to see how it goes.
Do you think that would be a wise move from Tim?
I think that Tim has said that he didn't fight wise in his last fight, but then he said he wants to come out and fight that way this fight. It's a little bit contradictory. That's his business, right? I'm focused on myself. I'm focused on how I'm going to come out. I'm focused on how I'm going to fight, how I'm going to approach it, and that's it.
You suggested the other day in the face-off that Bakhram dictated how Tim Tszyu fought in the last time out. Do you feel like, everyone's talking about how Tim Tszyu will fight. Do you feel like you'll also dictate how he fights on Sunday?
Well, basically the point I was making there, I don't know, the point I was making there is that it's really easy, and I understand it, But I think that when you come through something and you lose a fight, just analyzing it from the outside, you lose a fight that way, I think it's a little bit of a cop-out to blame the loss just on what he did, right? He was in there with a world champion, and what I was saying is that Bakhram came out and he did the right things, right? Now it doesn't mean Tim couldn't have made adjustments in that fight or couldn't learn from that fight, but it definitely wasn't like, oh, if he came out and fought differently, it automatically would have went differently, right? Bakhram came out strong and he came out to win, right? He came out to win, not to survive. That's what I was saying. Obviously, someone in Tim's position, he's a real fighter, and he fought back, right? He fought back, and when you fight, there's an opportunity you can get clipped, and that's what happened.
A lot of talk and drama about the judges and stuff. Are you expecting any more last-minute curveballs in the lead-up?
No. Yeah, Tim said that too. Tim said we should have talked about that 2 months ago. We did. That's the whole point. Yeah, it was promised to us. It was in our agreement that we'd have neutral judging. All we were doing is making sure we got what we agreed to before we came out here. So, I've never been in the slightest bit worried about the judging, not one bit. My team did what they needed to do, and they got what we agreed to, because we've got a great team.
And that's being signed off. They are international judges.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Tim said, I saw in an interview, because I was watching everything, he said that we don't need judges and all this and that. Like I said, I'm not worried about judges either, but we got what we agreed to. Oh, and he also said that when they when they fight Newcastle, they get to have everything the way they want. It's a power move on their part. We got what we asked for.
If you beat Tim Tszyu in this fight, is his career over?
I don't think so. He's a strong guy. I think he'll come back after he loses this fight. Look, at the end of the day, fighters are built differently. Everybody on the outside wants to say Tim's gonna, people underestimate what we're able to do. When it comes down to it, when you live this life, it's a hard life to live. There's ups and downs in the sport. I think you can come back to anything that you set your mind to. So I'll be rooting for him after I beat him up.
Do you consider the judging resolution a win for your team? Is it the first 5-week win for you?
No, I don't think it's a win. It's just what we agreed to. That's what we agreed to. So I think that I don't know if it was Tim's team even trying to do it. There were some issues with the commission and things like that. So I'm definitely not questioning Tim's team's integrity. I think that they wanted to do it, was agreed to. I don't know how much Tim even knew, because based on what he said on that video, he obviously didn't even know what the agreement was before the fight. So I think there's some confusion on his part about what actually happened. We agreed to it. We were just going to get what we agreed to. That was it.